Welcome to Soccer Gaming and welcome to this player review episode where we will be going over brand new Hal Newhouser. In this episode, we're going to go over the stats of Hal. We're also going to tell you where you can get him, as well as actual gameplay with him, and then my thoughts on the card, whether or not you want to get him in your lineup now, whether you want him in your starting five, and then I'll tell you if I think he is an in-game card. So if you'd like to watch that, stick around. So starting out, he's got that 5-pitch repertoire with the 4-seam, the sweeping curve, the changeup, the slider, and then the 2-seam. The 4-seam at 98, the 2-seam at 96. Then we're dropping off a ton with the sweeping curve at 77, which is a 20-mile-an-hour difference. So big drop there. The 80-mile-an-hour changeup, so a big drop off again from the 4-seam. And then the slider at 87. Going over his stats in general, 125 stamina, 100 hits per 9, 110K per 9. The 75 walks per 9 is kind of going back to a couple other cards in this team for Affinity, and that is that it doesn't really matter the walks per 9 if you're pitching well. The Ks per 9 will definitely kind of knock that out. The home runs per 9 at 94, the 101 pitch clutch, which is actually great that it's over 100, 84 control, 95 velocity, and the 99 break. And the reason that's big is you'll see it in this, the way he pitches, the sweeping curve, the slider, they're killer and super hard to hit. So definitely a good card. Again, you can get this in the Team Affinity 4-pack. So jumping into the gameplay itself, he is a lefty. He's got this really long windup where he kind of throws his arms back, kind of gets people off of their game. And then honestly, once you kind of lock into how slow this pitch is, it seems like he almost speeds up a little bit and you start hitting your perfects, and then that's when the strikeouts start coming. You got that 4-seam that rides high around 100 miles an hour. Anything over 97 for me is kind of a 4-seam fastball that it begins to be untouchable around the 97 mark unless you're looking for it. And then again, you could toss in that 80-mile-an-hour changeup to throw off them from the 4-seam. You see that change up there, and then a lot of his look at that sweeping curve. That thing is nasty, and when it's lefty it's almost a strikeout every single time, no matter how you want to do it, because between that slider, between that changeup, between the 4-seam fastball, and between the sweeping curve, like there's just no way of knowing what is going to put you away. And the way he throws is very loopy, loppy, kind of like a Kershaw look from the left. So for me, this is a card that you kind of want in your lineup right now in the starting 5. I don't think this will be an in-game card, mostly just because he's not exceptional. Like, he's not that top tier where like the best pitchers are right now. He's one of the best pitchers out, but there's going to be other pitchers out coming very soon that are much better, especially when you look at the stats and he has a couple that are below 100 and everything. There's going to be cards that come out that are going to be above 100. So a guy that you might put in your starting 5 if you need him. Again, you get him from the Team Affinity 4 series. Once you get him, put him on your roster, see if you like him, see if you can use him, but I don't think this is going to be an in-game card. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also feel free to hit that red subscribe button, because I am doing a ton of card reviews for a ton of good players in the Team Affinity 4 and a ton of good players that are coming out in MLB The Show. So make sure you check those out. Also go over on my channel. I got a bunch of them already out, so check those out as well. Till next time, Slacker out.